George Karl put Andrew Bynum's words to film, showed it to his team. It was the last thing he showed his team, and then gave him a little speech. Andre gave him a little speech about it. So like a lesson for Andrew to learn about time and place and what to say, what to not say in certain situations.
What did he say?
He said that game fives or closeout games can sometimes be easy. The thought being that the other team might give in.
It's true. Closeout games can be easy sometimes. Tonight wasn't one of those nights.
Is that something that you want to say?
I don't think it makes a difference. I mean, did it pump them up? Yeah, probably. Would that come out and play with that kind of energy anyway? Probably. You know, we didn't execute. They obviously played harder than we did. So, yeah, I mean, it's a lesson to learn. I mean, you never want to give anybody bulletin material to begin with. But, you know, if you're going to be a champion, you got to play through that type of stuff.
Hey, Kobe. Kobe, can you talk about what you were seeing from JaVale McGee tonight and why he was so effective for Denver?
You know, he's really improved his game. You know, he's seems to be coming into his own in this playoff series and showing a lot of different versatility and skill around the basket and you know, defensively as well and changing shots. So he's really blossoming in this series.
Kobe, Mike Brown was saying in here that he doesn't mind what anybody has to say, and you know, is bulletin board material or not, as long as they go out and back it up. And he felt that Andrew and the team had to back it up tonight and didn't do it. Do you agree with that?
Yeah, I mean, we didn't play with the kind of effort that we should. I think, you know, our supporting cast really has to help out Powell and Andrew in particular in loosening up the defense. And you saw the defense tonight. I mean, they just sat in Powell's lap, sat in Andrew's lap, and you know, we weren't able to knock down shots and make them pay. So, you know, we have to do a much better job in knocking down some of those shots, timely shots, and then in turn that'll free up Powell, free up Andrew.
Did you think they could maintain that level of energy? Do you think your teammates were really ready for what the Nuggets brought tonight, that kind of energy?
No, we clearly weren't ready. But yeah, I mean, that's the way that they play. They play that brand of basketball and, you know, get up and down, and you know, that's something that they can do.
Are you surprised at all that you didn't match their energy, especially early on, because of the desperation from their standpoint? And second of all, the shooting was unbelievably low in the first three quarters for you guys.
Yeah, we shot the ball poorly and enabled them to get out in transition and gave them a lot of easy opportunities on the break. And, you know, I've been in this position before. You know, a lot of guys on the team haven't been in that position before, so it's important to remind them that, you know, yeah, this sucks, but it's not the end of the world. You know, you got to go up there in a tough environment and gain some experience and, you know, earn your stripes.
Are you surprised that you guys didn't match their energy early because they seemed to really want it more? I hate that line, but you know what I mean.
Well, surprise is always tough. I mean, nothing surprises me in this game anymore. You know, it's just, you know, a little disappointed about it, but you know, there's nothing you can do about it right now.
Mamba Shidoshi, you're curious why the desperation didn't kick in until the fourth quarter, but in a closeout game at home, why wasn't the energy there from the beginning?
I wouldn't say, you know, something where the energy kicked in the fourth quarter. I mean, I almost bailed us out. That's what happened. It wasn't an energy switch. You know, I started making shots left and right and got us back in the ball game, and that's not something that, you know, we can use to rely on to get us to a championship. It can't be that. You know, we all have to step up and we all have to contribute and we all have to play with that kind of energy and sense of urgency.
Kobe, you were talking about trying to bail the guys out. At what point in the game did you find it necessary to do that?
Probably when we were down about 15, about 5 minutes to go. It's normally a good indicator.
Do you worry about the lost opportunity to get some time off for a potential series of those things?
Nah, it doesn't matter. I don't care if you give us a year to rest. You know, if we're fortunate enough to move on and play Oklahoma, that year's rest is not going to make us any faster.
Kobe, you know, everybody's saying you guys didn't come out, but you seem to, you know that things weren't right. You were really involved in the offense in the first quarter. You were taking shots and taking it in and everything. So did you kind of recognize you were going to have to do that?
Well, no. I mean, I try to be aggressive and try to create opportunities for others as well off the penetration because you know they're going to help. And we just couldn't find the rhythm, man. We couldn't knock down shots, keep the defense honest, and turn it to being a long night.
What allowed you to get on that hot run and then take us to the last two looks you had? Those last 2 minutes.
You know, jump shot just started falling. You know, last 2 looks, the last one felt really good. Hit the inside of the back heel, came out, And I used to have a coach who used to say the basketball gods would not allow us to win this game today because we didn't deserve it. So that's what I'll hang my hat on.
Kobe, Andre Miller had a lot of activity today. It's a possibility if he's having a good game in Game 6 that you might switch to guard him.
Yeah, tonight we couldn't do it because of the lineup that we had in there. They had Lawson and Miller and Gallinari, so we couldn't. That's not a matchup that I could take. Because they had Gallinari in there and Blake and Sessions would just been too big of a mismatch. So next game, if that's something that we want to go to, we'll have to adjust the lineup. We miss Meta all the time. I mean, he's such a force for us defensively and offensively. His post-up ability, his passing ability, and his intensity. Games like tonight, games where he can change the energy of the game just by his intensity that can kind of carry the ball game for us.
Talk about the next game and how crazy that place is going to be and the importance of shutting up the beat LA chance from the start.
And it's going to be great, man. It's going to be great, but I've never heard a screen block a jump shot, so it is what it is. Even Mark Manson.
Mike talked after the game about how your offensive flow a lot of times will dictate the team's defense, especially with Drew inside and things like that. How true do you find that to be?
Man, it's probably true. I mean, if Andrew's going offensively, his defensive energy picks up, and but they're not going to give him any room if he can't make a jump shot. If he kicks the ball out and guys are knocking down shots, he's not going to have any room to operate. Just continue, talking to the guys, instilling confidence in them. I mean, that's his next level of progression, is continuing to, be in the guys' ears and helping them out and giving them confidence to knock down those shots. And it's as simple as that. I mean, they knock down those shots and, they'll have more room to go to work.